invitation. I already know what you're saying. I love little conversations, and I don't want you to go changing. Cause girl, you're just so comfortable. Girl, you're just so comfortable. Girl, you're just so comfortable. I hope that you just feel it all too. Cause girl, you're comfortable, let's go. Feels so good just when I roll through. And I just think it's so crazy what you do to me. Girl, you're the baddest thing, you know that. And I really need you to show it. So turn around, let me get you on the cold air. Girl, you're just so comfortable. Cause girl, you're just so. Girl, I love a situation. We don't spend time hesitating. And I wouldn't say we're crazy in love. I would just say we're crazy enough. Cause girl, you're just so comfortable. Girl, you're just so comfortable. Girl, you're just so comfortable. I hope that you just feel it all too. Cause girl, you're comfortable, let's go. Feels so good just when I roll through. And I just think it's so crazy what you do to me. Girl, you're the baddest thing, you know that. And I really need you to show it. So turn around, let me get you on the cold air. Girl, you're just so comfortable. Cause girl, you're just so. We ain't gotta slow it down. Jeans on when we hit the town. We don't really care who's around. But baby, I'm with you if you gon' be down. Cause girl, you're just so comfortable. Girl, you're just so comfortable. Girl, you're just so comfortable. I hope that you just feel it out too. So comfortable. Cause girl, you're comfortable. It just feels so good just when I roll through. I just think it's so crazy what you do to me. Girl, you're the baddest thing, you know that.
Getting the first pick.
Get three, Pyro, get three with the
Blade Kid putting on a clinic. Whole team's down. Oh!
Experience tranquility.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tranquility Community's Wednesday feature, bringing you Dirt taking on Battalion in some Transcendence tier action. I am Mr. Yeti doing my second cast in a row. Will my throat survive? That is still to be determined. Joining me tonight, certainly doing his share of talking as well, is Navino. Welcome, Navino. Are you excited? Oh, boy. All right, Booth, cut the feed. We need to. Can we roll this back? Like, is this live?
You know,
is this live?
It can't be a
Oh,
Navino
man.
cast or podcast without a little bit of cringe sprinkled in for flavor.
We can hide him for a sec. There we go.
I'm done. Without a little bit of cringe sprinkled in for flavor, you know.
Cringe is a Tranquility specialty, especially if you've been tuning into Harmony discussion lately. But that is for another topic. But nonetheless, we're not in Harmony tonight, guys. We are in Transcendence tier, and we are in the top tier here in Tranquility. We bring you the second-seeded Dirt, starting their lower bracket run up against Battalion, who's made their way through 2 lower bracket matches so far, trying to make it a third and get to that lower bracket finals next week. Battalion brings in some big Tranquility names. J. Can, longtime community veteran, all-star type player. We see Pro Gamer 360, Evates, all as well, all-stars in their own right. Dirt's coming in as well with their own pretty significant roster as well. Poussey and George Lopez, formerly known as Tasty, coming in, as well as former all-stars in their own way, in their own right as well. Some fantastic players on both teams. Navino, what are you looking for coming into this match with Dirt coming off the big loss, Battalion 2 wins in a row?
Honestly, I think Battalion has shown potential that the season, you know, with their close loss to God Hand Stage 1. We've known they're capable. It's all up to them if they want to, like, execute and play up to the competition. And I would argue that Dirt is more on a downward swing right now. You know, they haven't looked as great. Like, they got the 2 seed, like we talked about in the podcast during bracketology, right? They got the 2 seed because of a forfeit. Because Corvidia, it was like Corvidia or someone.
Because Corvidia didn't fill out their match sheet.
Didn't fill out their match sheet. Like, so I'm not like, I think Dirt is really good. I think like they're an A group team. Like, obviously they are good. And if you want, like, but that being said, there is a sense of like, are they as good as their seed says? And I think this match could answer it because I think Battalion's had a really good run and can play up to their competition really well.
Dirt, of course, known for deep playoff runs. We've seen them pull off some big upsets, but now coming in as that 2 seed, technically a favorite here. I definitely think a close match is still in order. Excited to see what Battalion brings to the fold today. This is their first feature of the season, and this is the best form of Battalion we have seen all season. The Battalion, of course, last season's finalist, losing the God Hand, of course, in those finals. So I looked at Battalion right now to see if they can relive some of that. But it looks like they're going to start off here. Dirt has first map pick as they are the higher seed, and they're taking it to Busan for map 1. And Busan is an interesting map. You can get a lot of 6-man going on here. You can see a little bit of brawl on Mecha Base. What are you expecting from these 2 teams, especially those tanks, those main tanks, specifically Dadpegger and J. Can? What are you expecting to see from them?
I'm going to be honest. I really haven't watched a whole ton of these teams. So in terms of comp, I don't really know their style. That being said, I assume we'll see like a good amount of ball and a good amount of 6-man because that seems really popular at the trans level, and then you'll see brawl when needed. But I think especially at this first point, we're gonna see either a ball or maybe an Orisa Diva comp, and then 6-man also potentially. But I think it'll be ball or Orisa personally. I got 5 seconds to see if I'm right in any way, shape, or form.
It's true. It's true. You're not too far away from finding out just how correct you are. Now we have seen wrecking balls from both these teams recently. However, it's worth noting Lin is a converted DPS player, converted over to that off-tank role mid-season. Been a nice change for Battalion overall, having a consistent tank line with Telm J-Can and Lin that has been a huge boon to that team. Lin, of course, longtime community members will recognize Lin as Frosty, another all-star DPS player, now transitioned to that off tank. So here we go in this lower bracket match. One team will advance to the lower bracket finals, and one team will have to wait another year for Overwatch 2, but I guess that's all of us right now. Here we go. We see Far Mercies from both teams. Pretty similar comps coming out from both. Pro Gamer, very well known for their Pharah play here, connected the direct onto Dragnov, but Dragnov does return the favor as well. Night Uzi is taken low with that pile driver, but Pro Gamer finds North for the first pick of the match. Night Uzi looking to lay down some suppression fire here onto Dirt, as well as Dadpegger falls into Ham and tells J-Can. And Lin with a fantastic hook onto the Guardian Angeling Mercy, and that's going to lock down point A's, or the first point take here for Battalion.
Wow, really good stuff. Like, they played slow to let Pro Gamers set the pace. The ball hog with the Kree is like they want to sustain these dives. They're just playing to protect their Ana while their Pharah gets picks with the ball. And so they're playing much more tanky, I feel like. While you have, you see a Hog Diva now. They're pulling a Corvidity. What? I don't even know. We'll see how this works out for them.
You know, Hog tends to find his way a lot into these Transcendence tier matches, which, you know, makes you wonder. But at the same time, the hook onto Dadpegger, pulled into the core of Battalion, manages to get out with that breather, pile driver in from Telm, connects, but they do not find any kills yet, as Pro Gamer still raining that damage from above here. Lin, however, does take down Dadpegger there after yet another hook. Lin finding a ton of value right now on that Roadhog. George Lopez hits the biotic grenade on a Telm to take him down, as Lin sitting on that whole hog looking for opportunity as the nano boost comes in to Dragnov. But another big hook from Lin connects on a Dragnov, neutralizing that nano boosted threat, but the damage is done, it looks like, as North on the Soldier 76 puts in the damage needed to take Battalion down. And right now the stagger is on, but the mines are committed by Telm, but the kills are still coming in the favor of Dirt, and things are getting a little dirty on the point, as it looks like we're looking at about 75-80% here for Dirt, or for Battalion so far, with Dirt starting the time.
You know what I really like about the comp switches from Dirt is like they're playing more pokey. They're trying to like just poke them out because like Lin and Uzi aren't going to be able to aggress at all because they're playing Clean Hog, right? So they're just going to get poked at range and you can kill them because there's no speed, no mobility buffs to help them out. So now the only thing they have to worry about in the quote-unquote dive fashion is the ball and the Pharah.
The self-destruct committed from Jack, not finding a target there. The High Noon is put in by Night Uzi on the Cassidy. Connects with Pusey on the Mercy. That's a big kill, taking out Pharah's support early on there. Pharah will be neutralized by that. However, Pro Gamer is sitting on that barrage as well. But it doesn't matter when Lin continues to find huge hooks. Pro Gamer finds George Lopez, no heals now, sitting on the side of Dirt. As the visor is committed by North, nonetheless, looking to find a way to turn this fight for Dirt. They do find Pro Gamer, but right now they do not have the numbers to be able to take the point, as Dragnov looking for an opportunity to use that barrage perhaps, but is being held off at bay here by Night Uzi. Night Uzi does find Pusey. It's a long, drawn-out fight as Dadpegger now in the third tank of the match, coming out on the Orisa. Good point control right now for Dirt, though.
Yeah, really good here. Like, it's just really just watch this fight kind of play out.
Here we go. It's been a long, drawn-out fight here. As much as there's been exciting moments, there's been these weird trades. And right now, they are working out in the favor of Battalion. George Lopez connects onto evades. It's a huge kill, getting the Mercy out of the game here. Pro Gamer trying to stand up, get up over that drum and put in some damage. Finds North, taking out the counter here. But that is just not enough point presence, and it looks like they weren't able to stay on, and that goes first point to Battalion.
I really think where Dirt kind of messed up there is, I talked about how the Hog and Kree couldn't really aggress and they could get poked out, right? We watched, Dirt not take advantage of the fact of their superior mobility and push, because like you watch Uzi and Lin just take these far angles, you watch Pro Gamer take far angles, everyone just took these extreme angles and just like surrounded them and just put in so much damage they got poked out, when in reality, like with the even with the Orisa D.Va, you just have Orisa anchor point and then you dive with the other characters and you can punish one of those flanks and collapse them, and we never saw Dirt do that. They just seemed to be lost and didn't know what to do against their comp.
Orisa D.Va coming out now for Dirt. We see the same comp, the Ball and the Hog coming out from Battalion. Why fix it, I guess, if it ain't broken, but we're taking it to downtown here. We see, again, Far Mercies from both teams. Both teams going for the Far Mercy. Not a strategy we see a whole lot of in the Transcendence tier, but nonetheless, both these teams looking to use it to an effectiveness here. See,
yeah, I really think it's just like to try and get long-range poke and get the burst damage in. Plus far, if you're good at far, you're good at far.
Exactly, no doubt about that. North is also very good at Soldier 76, though. Connects with evades, the source of healing down now for Pro Gamer. Nonetheless, Battalion did get first take here, and they will be tough to displace, as we've seen throughout. However, North putting in a good amount of damage from the high ground before he's taken down by Night Uzi. Night Uzi, nonetheless, traded out here by Dragunov, who unfortunately took himself off the map. You hate to see that if you're Dirt. They desperately need that extra damage coming in. Lin finds Jack as well. Pro Gamer brought dangerously low here as George Lopez is putting that rifle to use, but nonetheless, we see Battalion continues to rack up the point control.
I think it's the same thing before, like Lin and Uzi and Trippy can just sustain, and live, and you're watching Dirt play almost way too slow, right? You're not punishing their off angles. If you have more mobility, you need to go in, because they're going to win in like a poke war. They're just taking their angles. I like the Tracer switch because they know once to commit to that.
The Tracer switch is a good switch. I agree as well. Getting off the Far Mercy, but the Pharah used very effectively by Pro Gamer there. We see killing two. Evades went in for a very aggressive res and paid the price for it. Lin pops the whole Hog just to give Dirt a little, or just to give Battalion, pardon me, a little bit of a reprieve. But it's not enough to find any kills, as Helm also goes down, as well as Night Uzi. And that is going to be, looks like finally Dirt getting some point presence here, and we will see them take the point at 75% though for Battalion.
You see right there, they did a really good job of punishing the aggression of the Hog and just using ults to take that space. And they actually played like proactively.
What do you think of that res? That was a gutsy res coming out there from Evades earlier. Night Uzi taking down Dragunov. Big kill there, and here comes the nano visor. Well, what's left of the visor, I should say. The nano boost on to North. Not really able to do a whole lot with it, unfortunately. Getting Pro Gamer out of the sky, which might be enough now just to bide some time for Dirt here while they're trying to reset.
I would say, like, the more time you buy, the more it favors the Hog comp, to be honest.
Oh, and Dirt continues right now to just find the big kills, taking evades out of the sky with that D.Va bomb. We see North find another couple kills. North popping off a bit on this Soldier right now.
I mean, Soldier Tracer really allows you to take the angles and, like, punish their angles, like I said, like I was talking about earlier. Like, and then Lin is just literally an ult sponge now because, like, you have so much range damage that's hard for you to punish. But the issue is, the longer the fight goes and Lin doesn't die, the more time Lin has just to find, like, a one-shot kill. Dead watch. Oh, really good DM there.
Really, really good DM. Here we go. The team fight starts off. Helm finds North, but Dragunov finds two high-value targets with that pulse bomb here. Big play from Dragunov, helping Dirt try to continue to lock down this point. Trying to find the Mercy, who is dipping and dodging and diving. And then the hook from Lin ends Dragunov's run there. Great plays from Dragunov to draw this out, but like you said before, that is a really hard comp to just play a long fight against.
Yeah, and like, the longer the fight went, the more value Roadhog gets. Roadhog has to die early, or you have to kill everyone immediately, then kill the Roadhog. Because the Roadhog... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Dirt does get it to overtime, however. No, I agree. The Roadhog isn't dying quick enough right now for Dirt.
And Roadhog's such an easy target for you to dive with Soldier Tracer. Like, you just anti him and then you, like, run in, like, literally just int onto him, right? Because the Hog doesn't have the mobility. And, right, that's why they're running the Creep. Like, you can just take those angles and win that fight if you're smart about it.
Speaking of the Kree, the high noon put in by Night Uzi finds Pusey, and here comes the barrage from Pro Gamer. It's taken out of the sky, but it's not enough here as Battalion takes Busan. That is a 1-0 lead for the 8th seed up against Dirt.
I really liked the Soldier Tracer switch, but I think they just made the switch too late. Because, like, the Pharah, yes, you can do what I'm saying and punish these off angles. But you have to play, like, really, like, balls to the wall Pharah to have it happen. And Dirt wasn't just playing that aggressive, and then they go the Orisa to kind of anchor, but, like, you can still do it with the Orisa. Like, a lot of people don't realize that with the Orisa Diva, you need to take space, you need to walk. Yep. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's a brawl, but for lack of a better term, like, you are taking that space and brawling to hold the space. Or at least just, like, you want your Orisa to anchor your fight. And as you anchor the fight, you are taking that space.
Yeah, I agree. Right now, Battalion is just doing a little bit better at some of the basics up against Dirt, but it's still a long night left to go. We've seen Dirt do some remarkable things. You got a noise at your door, you said?
Yeah, hold on.
Yep.
Sorry.
Go take care of it. I can talk. If anybody knows anything, it's that I can talk. Let me tell you. So, nonetheless, guys, we do have a lot of exciting matches going on tonight in Tranquility. It's not just this one. We also have several other matches going on across all the tiers. We see Palm Beach Poggers up against the Jersey Boys in Harmony tier, as well as Sky Guardians versus Ragnarok Loki, Jetpack Cats against Miami Yikes. In Discord, you have SEAL Team Spuds taking on Lotus, Inferno Foxes up against Echo Fleet. You have Redacted against Excalibur, Atlas Arcadia up against Corvidity. You also have Amnesia taking on Godhand, and NYAA taking on Shockwave. So lots of good matches. We will be updating you on those scores throughout the night as they are sent over to us. But as it sits right now, we only have one score, and that score is the score 1-0 in the favor of Dirt. Or, I'm sorry, in the favor of Battalion. It's Battalion. It's not Dirt. I'm sorry. Maybe I had an expectation Dirt would win that first round. I don't really think so. I don't really know what I'm doing. Right now I'm on my own because Navino had to go get something from the door. So how you doing, chat? I just wanna hear from you guys. I hope you're all doing well tonight. Again, we're watching a lot of matches all across Tranquility right now, and I do believe Navino is back. Navino, you are back.
Yes. Sorry.
Did they bring your nachos?
No, my dryer's broken, and that was my landlord seeing if you come fix it. So apparently he's coming back in like half an hour to 45 minutes. So I had to hydrate there. I was talking for a really long time. So hey, it's all good. It's all good. You had an important thing to take care of, no doubt about it. Yeah, you know, I need to dry my clothes. That is important.
Really quick, just wanted to update a score. We had our first map taken here in one of our outer matches. That is Ragnarok Loki going up 1-0 up against Sky Guardians. That one might come as a little surprise here. I think a lot of people looked at Sky Guardians as a team who could make some big waves and big moves this playoffs, but Loki looking to punch their ticket instead to the loser or the lowers bracket finals. Davino, did you have any expectations about this match?
I after watching Koala and coaching the game, I thought Loki was better than I expected. I've said it in the bracketology, said it ever since they lost Pacey and lost the ability to play those ball compositions, right? I'm not saying like Pacey was a game-changing player. It's more so like just their new main tanks who they brought in, they haven't played the ball. The ball was by far the best comp. It's what made them a top team. It's what made them beat Koala in stage 1, is that they were able to run those ball comps really well. And now they don't. So I think they're going to struggle, especially against a team that's so good at 6-man like Loki.
And right now we have, again, going to Hanamura for this match we are featuring tonight. This, again, Dirt taking on Battalion. Battalion up 1-0. We see the Orisa Diva again for Dirt. Battalion coming out with the brawl. Looking to get a little dirty on the point here with that Symmetra. Let's see if they're allowed to do so by Dragunov here on the Pharah. They get the telly up, and everybody is through, it looks like, as well. Night Uzi, though, very low and dropped there. Very good dynamite in from Omicron, cleaning up the mess that was put on the point by Battalion. That was a very effective defense there from Dirt.
Huge anti-nade, just great execution. They kill the bat before he gets through the teleporter, and that's all she wrote, right? Really good stuff. George Lopez having a really good game. Even I know we didn't talk about her first map, but played really well, and like it's a reason Dirt was still around in the series, to be honest.
Exactly.
And now they go to Hog. Ooh, I like these switches. I like the creativity.
I like the changes early. They're not a lot of teams make the mistake on this point of staying with that Symmetra way too long. So like the fact that Battalion is making some changes and they're going on that Roadhog. We've seen it work out really well for them. Telm brought extremely low. A huge biotic grenade again from George Lopez. She has done fantastic so far tonight. I agreed on that one. But I mean, this is come to be expected. George Lopez has been one of the best supports in Tranquility now for multiple seasons. Oh! Yeah. Dragna finds 5 with a massive barrage. My goodness, justice did indeed reign from above on that one. And surprisingly, the Pharah died, but after killing 5.
Wow. I really like the Arista comp right now from here. Like, it allows them, like, the thing I criticized them for, they're playing the matchup better, right? They're playing slow, they're just waiting for them to try and commit, and they're just holding angles. They're not giving up space for free, which I really like.
Right, absolutely. Dragnov again, so effective on that far eyes. Already, look at their ult percentage already. They're already up to 83%, 87. They're gonna hit another barrage here. Just a huge, just honestly fantastic fire play from Dragnov. Just kind of carrying Dirt right now.
Thanks for the assist.
I think it's a combination. The Dynamite's been huge. Like, this is the coordination of hitting them in rotate, of hitting Battalion in rotation is what's keeping Dirt winning this right now. And they haven't even had to use like their like big damage boosting ults, right? They haven't used Valk, they haven't used Nano, they haven't used Bongo. While Evades is now just getting their first beat.
It's a huge situation right now. Nano boost goes on to the Pharah, looking to get in for that barrage. They're being disciplined with it, though. You have to respect it. They're not getting careless. It's a good play there from Dragunov, setting up here on the high ground, looking for the rotation of Battalion. Does Battalion rotate into position? Do they see the Pharah coming? They do. They expect it.
They definitely have to know now.
Yeah, they are watching it very carefully. Dragunov just playing so slow, trying to find any way to get in there. Look at the Pharah. The Diva immediately turns around. Great job from Battalion. Great awareness to be able to counter that so effectively there. You got to wonder if Dragunov just did it almost out of spite at that point. It seemed like a lost cause. Oh no, Bob! Bob!
Good boops right there from Evades. And they, like, I think the biggest thing is, like, as much as I liked Lynn's DM usage on this fight, the biggest thing that hurt them on the first, like, 3-4 fights is Lynn just wasn't really eating the anti-nades, wasn't really eating the poles, wasn't really doing anything with it.
Trippy.
Is Evades gonna get out?
Trippy got staggered brutally there. Evades just snuck out.
They had to have like 2 HP.
They very barely survived that. And right now it's tough sailing for Battalion as Dirt continues their dominant point A presence here. We see self-destruct invested, doesn't find a kill, it does not, but Jack finds Telm and losing 2 now for Battalion. Do they even have anybody who can go in for the touch here? They do. They do have the Diva from Lynn on point. We see the visor come in from Night Uzi, just completely not finding anything. As Dirt, this is just a completely different Dirt than we saw on point on Control, as they absolutely wipe the floor with Battalion here on defense.
I'll be honest, I really think it's because, like, since Battalion didn't run like that dive composition, right? Dirt could really just take engagement whenever they wanted. It allowed, you know, wow, I'm now blanking on the DP. Dragunov and who's the other DPS? Omicron.
Yep.
Like, they both were able to just sit there and spam for days because nothing could challenge them. Every time you tried to rotate as a brawl comp, you just got poked out. It's like Orisa Diva can be really effective as a spam comp. They played that matchup really well. I wonder what would happen if they just commit to the ball hog and just try and do it and try and get a tracer and people behind. You know, like, there's a certain point where once you lose like 3 rotations in a row, I think you need to make a change. And then you saw them try like the Orisa Hog for like a half a fight or like 1 fight.
Right.
And I don't know if I really like the Orisa with it because you don't have the shield, or like at least with a diva you have DM after your shield goes down.
Right.
With Orisa Hog, you got. I guess you can body block with the Hog. But that's about all the defensive capability you have, and you just saw Dirt play slow, play methodical, and do really well. But I actually think this is pretty winnable for Battalion because they got that 50%. Not saying it'll happen, but I believe. I have hopium.
A lot of hopium being
A lot of
consumed
hopium.
right now. For
Much
Battalion.
like Bubba Wyatt has most of the time.
Much like Bubba Wyatt. By the way, Bubba Wyatt and the Sky Guardians down 1-0 right now against Ragnar
sir.
Loki. If we're consuming that hopium together here, we see Dragnov right now on the bringing out the Echo, so staying in the sky, just a different look here. They get to the high ground on the left side, and that's a great spot to be in right now. But everybody is so low, and there's no Hussein left for everybody. And unfortunately, that means Dirt is likely looking at a reset here. Sticky bombs connected on the pro gamer, but not enough damage to put him down. And Telm finds Dadpegger. Going to be a good first fight here for Battalion, pardon me, doing exactly what they need early on.
I really like Pro Gamer, how he challenged the angle on the right. Like, he didn't let them come in for free. And you have Omicron holding the left with Yarissa. Like, they're doing a really good job of just making it hard for the DPS to get in, right? And so until they get that up pick, I think it's going to be really impressive when they get through this choke.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly here as we go again for Hurt trying to push through this choke here.
Oh.
Great stickies. That was actually a fantastic play. Taking evades out of the sky. Losing that Mercy is huge. But how's the follow-up going to come in here from Dirt? Dadpegger very low right now as he looks for an opportunity to swing in and pile drive, and he does not find anything here as Jack, the baby diva, taken out as well. And it looks like Battalion, despite that early kill, is just going to be able to get a good reset in. Oh, and here we go again. Dadpegger back in the fight already. Spoke too soon there as Dirt is looking to press the advantage here. Dadpegger swings around the bell, but it's just there's just too much Battalion and not enough healing on the Dadpegger there. And Battalion continues to hold strong here on this defense. They haven't even let up even a part of a tick yet.
I don't know if I would think this is necessary with the bongo, but whatever.
Oh,
nice shot.
Nice shot from Night Uzi. Oh, and Night Uzi again with a little help from Pro Gamer. Night Uzi again helping out on yet another kill on a George Lopez. My goodness, I'm sorry, on a Dragdown, pardon me. That is a lot of damage just from Omicron there. I'm sorry, just from Night Uzi on the Ashe. Look at the ultimate advantage right now for Battalion. Actually, pardon me, Dirt's building up. We're going to have a Q fest here.
I really like, so Trippy's on the BAP while they had Ana on for Dirt's defense, and I really like the BAP because it gives you more sustain, honestly, more AoE healing, and makes your Rissa almost unkillable at times. And they've done a really good job of just sustaining using Window and stuff effectively. Oh, evades.
Evades, unlucky. Evades taken down by Dragnov. That's going to be a tough spot now for Battalion as Dirt has Omicron taking down Lynn. And here we go. The Bob is invested right now, both Bobs. And we see first Bob down here for Night Uzi, but the damage is done. And Dirt settles in. And finally have settled it down here on Hanamura. And we've made this match a 1-1 affair.
Wow, I think the things that cursed Dirt on their control really almost cursed them on Hanamura, but they just had ultimates, and Dragnov got a huge pick, and Bates had Valk, and Dragnov just basically flies in their face and hits the stickies and then hits the, and they're just able to kill her. Playing any type of pokey comp versus Mercy, if the Mercy's in the air, is very effective. And they did a really good job of both times that they were about to win was when they picked Evades. Evades did a great job of surviving most fights, which is why they got down to the last 60 seconds, right? But then, what are you gonna do? What's after that? You can only die so many times, right? Especially when you can only give up 55%.
Exactly. No question about that. And honestly, great response by Dirt after a tough map 1. Coming in and getting the job done in a big way. We do have some scores to update from around the community, and I'm going to go ahead and start breaking those down here. Pretty much all map 1s have been completed, And we do finally have some good scores for you guys. So let's start breaking those down. Starting off in the Harmony tier, we have actually, you know what? We have a 10-minute halftime. Why don't we go ahead? We'll come back from the halftime. We'll go to halftime here
Worse.
and we'll break down. Actually, you know what? We'll do this now. We'll come back from halftime and we'll do scores. You know what? Hey, we're doing this live chat. The fact of the matter is we don't
all right.
we don't really know what we're doing. Anyways,
I mean, that's fair.
That's fair. So, guys, really quick, these scores, we got Palm Beach Poggers, the 5th seed, up against Jersey Boys, 7th seed, 1-0 Palm Beach Poggers. Again, as we've already said, Sky Guardians down 0-1 against the 4th seed, Ragnarok Loki. We have the 2nd seed, Miami Yikes, over the 5th seed, Jetpack Cats, 1-0. We have SEAL Team Spuds up, the 2nd seed, up 1-0 over Lotus, the 5th seed. Inferno Foxes, the 3rd seed, up 1-0 over Echo Fleet, who was the 1st seed coming in here on the Indigo side in Discord. That is it.
Wow, I'm actually shocked about the Redacted Excalibur score.
I'm sorry, that is the Aurum one. And a Redacted up 1-0. The 8th seed Redacted, continuing the Cinderella run through the lower bracket, up 1-0 against Excalibur. Corvidity up 1-0 versus Atlas Arcadia. Godhand up 1-0 over Amnesia. And NYAA up 1-0 over Shockwave. We're going to have more scores when we come back, I'm sure, Navino. And we'll get we'll get some reactions to these scores once we come back here. See you guys in about 9 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Again, we are 1-1 here in Transcendence tier lower bracket action between Dirt and Battalion. Like I said before, we have a lot of other matches going on. We got a few more score updates. Navino, what do we got?
Well, Palm Beach is now up 2-0 on Jersey Boys. You know, Jersey Boys is the Cinderella story, kind of getting in its dose of reality right now. And then Sky Guardians have brought it back 1-1 versus Loki. So it'll be a close game, I think. You know, Loki has a lot of potential. Now we go over to Discord, where Spuds are now up 2-0 on Lotus. And then we're over to Transcendence, where Godhand's up 2-0 on Amnesia. These are all the scores we've had come in, but nothing too shocking so far. Like, I'm really excited about some of the Harmon tier games that just came in.
Definitely kind of continuing to watch the scores as we go through the night here. One score, I think, again, we've been watching that score closely, that Echo Fleet versus Inferno Foxes. Echo Fleet in a tough spot right now on both Skya. On their second round of attacks here. They're coming down into overtime right now, and Inferno Fox is sitting on about a 4-minute timer, so could be a tough spot here for Echo Fleet going down potentially here. Remember, we got all 3 of the Battalion org teams in lower bracket action today, and right now all 3 are in tough matches, so we'll see how the rest of the day goes. But we're on now to Kings Row here for Battalion and Dirt. Kings Row, the traditional map played third by everybody, it seems. Davino.
Hey, it's a good map. It's a good map. You know, I ain't got nothing. You know, you're gonna play Brawl in this very poke and dive centric BS meta we got going on. So let's play some Reinhardt. Have some fun.
Let's play some Reinhardt, I say, as both teams probably are going to come out on some
if both teams play ball, I will cry. I will actually cry.
You know, I won't cry. Transcendence here, I don't mind a little ball action, you know? Like it can really work here. It can really work.
Sometimes I really do enjoy playing with balls.
Oh boy. God dang it.
That definitely came out wrong.
Yeah, I saw that coming. 18 plus stream, by the way.
I definitely meant to say
18 plus stream, by the way. But hey, you know what? Nobody's playing with Brawls. They're just bringing their hammers to the show. Talum and Dad Peg are coming out on the Reinhardts here. It is time for some fatty shatties. See the May and the McCree. I'm sorry, that's the Cassidy brought out now by Dirt with the Widowmaker and Hanzo. The double sniper, different look here coming out from Battalion. Night Uzi going to look for that early pickoff. The question is anybody from Dirt silly enough to peek the corner?
I really think if Battalion keeps the pace of play up like they've been, then the Brawl mirror should very much favor them, in my opinion, if they keep up that pace of play.
Night Uzi searches, tries to find anything, and finds except nothing. Switching over to the Cassidy now. Again, Pro Gamer out on this Hanzo. Hanzo very good on this map. And
Oh!
we see the damage right there onto Omicron with Night Uzi finishing the job there. Omicron down early here as George Lopez and the rest of Dirt dive in, and they find Telm. Telm taken down now. We see both immortality fields to put in now as well. No advantage to either team as Lynn battling there on the Diva with huge flashbang coming in from Night Uzi is going to set up Battalion now. And Battalion is in prime position to take point A here on Kings Row.
The theme continues. We're watching Battalion take fights first and early and then play these comps. Oh, sorry, sorry. More so, actually, I would say that Dirt is not playing fast enough given they're playing a more brawly comp, while the Hanzo Kree wants more time to find picks. And you watched Ben Gamer and Uzi get that early first pick, and then Dirt engages and loses the fight because they're down 5v6.
Right, and there we go. Jack dropped Telm Jacan there. Losing the Reinhardt is going to really stop their ability to gain some space here. Dirt's going to be able to plant themselves firmly into that archway, and that's going to be really tough to crack now with no main tank.
I would agree, but this Dragon's going to do really well at splitting them up.
Dragon splits them up a little bit, and here comes the self-destruct in over the top, but it was stunned out. Oh my goodness. Huge stun onto Dragnov there. Great work from Battalion with Night Uzi with the massive stun. We see them sitting on a Deadeye. The window is put in now by Trippy. Earthshatter in only finds Trippy. High Noon is called by Omicron, trying to find a target, cannot connect. And here we go, the battle in the archway continues. Earthshatter put in by by Telm there, not finding anything. And Dragnov finally ends the stalemate, taking down Telm with the headshot. And that is finally going to set up Dirt here to continue to hold in the archway as the poor Diva. Well, just gonna chill for a minute.
You know?
You really hate to see it.
The Pokey comp that I talked about is going to have a lot of trouble getting through this choke, especially since they lost the ultimate fight. But now they go to the May, they're going to take that kind of more even matchup, and I think after these all economy kind of evens out, that how fast Battalion's been playing was really going to benefit them versus how like almost indecisive Dirt has been. Dirt has just struggled to like find engage timings and do well in any matchup other than the Mirror. The Mirror, they've looked okay.
Here they have looked okay, I agree, but right now Dirt is planted very firmly here. Battalion going around the high ground. Very nice rotation, taking the archway away, but we see basically just a complete reversal of the field here. Battalion is walled off, but the wall is mitigated there by the rest of Battalion. You see Poussey drop very low on the Lucio, but again, the team's just trading these slow, long, plodding fights right now, and nobody really taking the advantage. There's the first stun on a Dad Pegger, drops them very low, and there's the immortality field invested by George Lopez, keeping them up through that. It's High Noon right now. They sped him around the archway, just no connections, and the long fight continues, and Dirt finally gets an advantage. Oh, what an Earthshatter! Oh my, what? I think that ramped down the cart. Oh my goodness, the cart, we see the queues invested. Everything is just changing right now. What a wild fight here after that crazy Earthshatter. It ramped down the cart. It went from, it ramped down the cart off the high ground. That was crazy. Well, it's like I
didn't know that. I knew it was possible, but I didn't know it was possible. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I've seen it before. If you sometimes if you shatter off high ground, it can go down the cart and go to low ground. Like it thinks it stairs, but I've never actually seen it in practice. And we just saw it here on the feature match.
I thought that was like a really good wall, and it still shattered them. But Uzi brings it back, and they win the fight anyway. But like they've done a really good job of extending these fights and playing slower like they want to. They're trying to give the chances for
Oh, the Earthshatter's big there from Telm, and the Blizzard's now put in by both teams. It's getting a little cold in London today. The bomb put in by Lynn, not finding anything but an immortality field. But the Frisbee can't do enough to keep Dirt up, and Battalion continues to have a little momentum on their side.
I really think Dirt does a good job of like extending fights, allowing for their like, in my opinion, like the DPS, like which seem to be like their best players, do a lot of damage. While Battalion seems more in sync with their tank line, in my just from what I'm watching here. And now that they have that choke, it's so much easier for Battalions to play faster and take these fights in the open where the DPS, where the bakery aren't as effective. Like where it's more about team play than it is individual mechanics in this open fight.
Here we go right now. Into the Foundry we go. Again, these teams are... I got to give credit to the supports on both these teams because the amount of damage going out in these early fights is so well handled by both Trippy and George Lopez. Both fantastic, playing fantastic tonight, without a question. But again, the kills just barely in the favor here of Battalion as they get the D-Mech on the Lin. I'm sorry, that was Dirt. And
yeah.
Lin is taken out of the mech, and that's going to send Battalion back a little bit here. Another wall, very good wall there, separating out the team. And we see Earthshatter not connecting the beat and the set. Oh my god, there's so many ultimates going on. I'm losing track of it all. But the one consistency is Pro Gamer with that right click connecting with 3 heads of Dirt. Fantastic play there for Pro Gamer and a great Blizzard.
Honestly, like what was really good was the Blizzard, and then I really like the idea from Dad Pegger where he tries to shatter to prevent the follow-up, but he didn't hit Gamer. He hit the other DPS, but as long as the immortality's gone, Pro Gamer can kill finishers, kills himself.
They speed the Deadeye around the corner there, trying to find a target. But Night Uzi's Deadeye is just a little bigger, and Battalion is gonna finish off King's Row here. It looks like. They find 4 with only Jack left on the point, and no offense, Jack, it ain't gonna happen. 1 minute, 14 seconds left on the clock for Battalion with that full pull on King's Row.
Wow, really good stuff, honestly. Like this is what, as soon as they got past that choke, they were able to like just do what they do best and just push tempo and push those fights into an disadvantage? Yes, words. Position for Dirt. And Dirt won fights where they were playing slower. Like I love the flipping of the rotation. Like both teams are playing very different styles, right? And I've said, like when I did Coach's Corner, I've said it a lot of times, like when you get to see like true clashing of styles is not just different comps, but in the mirror when people play differently, right? You can control chokes really well if you play slow with Makery Brawl. But as soon as you lose that choke, the people that have set pace of play are going to do much better.
And we have a pause on the field right now. Again, Battalion coming off of a big attack here. They are sitting with with all 3 points taken with 1 minute and 14 seconds left on the clock, guys, as we are working through this pause. We appreciate your patience here. Looks like we might have had one of the players disconnect. But while we're coming back here, Navino, we got a few more score updates for you. It looks like,
yes, sir.
It looks like here's one. Miami Yikes up 2-0 now against Jetpack Cats. So Miami Yikes.
That doesn't really surprise me.
No, Miami Yikes, I think they were probably pretty ticked off after the tough loss last week against Frost Nova. So you got to imagine they're coming out hot. Infernal Foxes 2-0 against him. That's crazy. We might see the death of the first number 1 seed here in the tournament across all tiers.
And Excalibur brought it back and are now 1-1 with Redacted. So, still a good game there. Still very winnable for Excalibur, but also winnable for Redacted. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, and taking a look around, we got one more update that we're aware of right now, and that is NYAA tied 1-1 against Shockwave. So another good-looking match out there, as you can see. But some of these matches are starting to get out of hand. Some of these matches pretty dang close, including the one we're covering right now. I still don't think we have a true favorite establishing themselves here. Palm Beach versus Boys is over, actually.
Oh, Palm Beach versus Jersey Boys just ended.
Yep. Palm Beach won 3-0.
3-0 Palm Beach over Jersey Boys. So the Jersey Boys Cinderella run has ended. Palm Beach Poggers books a ticket to the Harmony tier lower bracket finals. And it looks
kind of expected, but Jersey Boys shouldn't had a really good run, and we've got to see some really good matches from this playoff format, which is what the goal was, right? And you got to see some real Cinderella runs from lower seeded teams.
It's worth noting NPC was ringing for Palm Beach Poggers, so that's a huge buff immediately. I don't know.
Has he lost as a ringer this season?
Yes, he has a few times, including when he rang for my team. Thanks, NPC.
Really? That's
yeah,
so funny.
But in all seriousness, they get to play next week against Luminous Foxes in the Harmony in one of the lower bracket finals. to
That's
book
a
a ticket.
rematch of the first round, isn't it?
That is a rematch of the first round, which Palm Beach took 3-0. So you gotta figure.
I don't see that really changing.
Yeah, I mean, Luminous looked really good though in last night's match. So
I would beg the question: was it Luminous looking good, or was it Firefight not looking the greatest?
can I say yes to that question?
Very.
I think that's a very fair statement. So, anyways, here we go to the next round here for Battalion. I'm sorry, for Dirt trying to match the effective offense of Battalion. And we are underway now again.
I like the Sig pick. I really like the Sig pick from them.
Oh,
Allows them to play slower.
I agree. I'm with you on that one. The Sigma pick is a good pick here, without question. Here we go.
And you watch Battalion just take it to him right away.
And the Battalion definitely takes it to him here right away. But Battalion's also very low. There's a lot of healing left to be done here for Trippy, trying to balance out as Pro Gamer and Lin both very low. Dirt pressing the advantage they had in the health pools here. We see a good wall from Pro Gamer buying some time. Jack getting stunned out here as well. But Lin, look at all the low health pools right now for Battalion. And Telm tried the Earth Shatter, but it just didn't pan out. And there's the offense from Dirt, doing exactly what they needed to answer that amazing offense from Battalion.
They're playing to their strengths. They're playing the slower poke now, right? They're playing the loud, just damage. Like, they're trying to just damage them so much that they use cooldowns and can't close that space. And since they caught Battalion off guard, it allowed them to win that fight. Honestly, after the noon, I'd love to see Omicron to head over to the Hanzo and just fully commit to this. Because Hanzo is really good on King's Row because of the narrow corridors. And, you know, you're basically shooting Christmas trees with Hanzo. Like, and it's just the season, right? November 1st.
Not yet.
3rd,
It's
whatever.
still Thanksgiving. No, it is not. Stop it. Stop it. Stop skipping holidays.
No one cares about Thanksgiving, man.
Come on, Canada. Get with it. All right. Anyways, Dirt is sent back to the archway with their tails between their legs here. Battalion chasing them all the way back. You're not going to get an easy reset when the Battalion is behind you. That is a great counterattack there from Battalion. And now suddenly firmly in control here in the streets.
I really think Battalion, Dirt needs to do a bit of a better job of engaging and disengaging because they're trying to. You need to play more ebb and flow with the Sigma, while Battalion just plays one speed, and that's fast as hell.
That is fast as hell, and here we see the Blizzard and the Self-Destruct and Crusade taken down, and look at all the kills, all in the favor of Battalion, and this very effective defense at the expense of a few ultimates is still in the favor of Battalion.
What's really nice for Pro Gamer is that he doesn't really have to worry about, like, he has to worry about kinetic grasp, but like not the same as the defense matrix, right? The range is so much shorter. Like, you can basically get really big blizzards for free. And he's done a really good job. He's had some really high value blizzards.
And we see right now,
Jack
has a tough attempt there at a graphitic flux, not connecting. Dragnov as well puts in the blizzard. Not really finding much. The self-destruct from Dadpegger, though, is effective. Night Uzi uses the high noon and not finding any targets there, but Pro Gamer on the May finding some big value, but it does look like Dirt is just going to have just enough to break the corner here as Lin finds their way into the Dirt. And it looks like there goes Night Uzi as well, and Battalion finally is taken down here in the streets.
They're going to get another fight, though, for sure, and you know, Jack, I feel your pain as a fellow off-tank player. I felt that with Flux. You know, sometimes you think you have it, and then you just whip.
Yep.
And that's what happened right there. That's all I really have to say about that.
That's how it be sometimes, you know?
How it be sometimes.
That's just how it be sometimes. Here we go, both in Amplification Matrix up. The high noon put in by Omicron and a huge Earth Shatter from Telm. Does buy some time here for Battalion to get settled in here with all the ultimates going out. Pro Gamer pops the blizzard, and they're freezing on Dirt's side here. It's a cold winter right now for Dirt, and Pro Gamer just finishing the job. Pro Gamer on this May has been outstanding this defense.
You know, some people, not me, but might say in a certain continent, winter has come or came.
It could.
Because Gamer did, froze the diva, got a nice blizzard.
Yep. They could say that.
I gotta make dad puns in honor of Yeti, just because Yeti is here. All right, I gotta do my best dad impressions.
You're doing a good job, son. You're doing a good job. Here we go. Self-destruct in
Thanks,
from
Dad.
Lynn. Not finding... Son? No. Here we go. The Dragnoff finding Trippy Cow in the streets. Night Uzi finds Fusay as well. We're spinning. We're getting the tour of the streets here, and it's bathed in Battalion blood. And that's all finally they need for Dirt to push around the corner here, go into the Foundry. Dirt trying to answer the full pull here from Battalion. They have 3 minutes to do so. Good position right now here for Dirt.
Yeah, I mean, really, like, they just punished the aggression really well and used their ultimates really effectively. Dragunov had a nice blizzard to section people off, and they just capitalized on that, you know. Also, they probably just lost because we started laughing, but, you know,
It's
like...
true. It's true. It's caster thing. It's a caster thing.
Curse the curse.
Yeah. Omicron finds evades another healer down early for Battalion. That's going to be tough rotation here. They are cornered completely. The charge out, though, from Helm trying to survive cannot. And right now, in the golden box of victory is very much in sight, and a great wall there from Dragunov. We see the Blizzard sent in by Pro Gamer, answered by the High Noon, answered by the May wall. Everybody's picking up the phone and answering it very nicely today, I would say. The High Noon now from Night Uzi, and Trippy does find a couple targets as well. Omicron trying to turn it around for his team, but he cannot, as a huge earth shatter in from Telm J. Can is going to stabilize things finally for Battalion here, and they're going to set themselves up with 1:53 seconds on the clock.
Pro Gamers just consistently getting value out of these blizzards, even when they're ideal.
Nope,
And they've just done a really good job of just like taking space with it and getting the contest. Like, I honestly thought when they got those picks and like they weren't committing the cart that they weren't even going to get another fight, but they did a really good job of just like identifying that, hey, we need to die cart or just like get out right now.
Right. They're doing a fantastic job, no question about it here. We continue to watch this one as Dirt is setting up here for a point take. A big D-Mech onto Lin early and losing a big presence on their front line as Omicron yet another High Noon, but yet another Blizzard from Pro Gamer, who seems to just have them on a cooldown right now. But Jack answers, taking Telm out to this one here. They're 1 meter from the point as the sound barrier comes in to stabilize. We see the self-destruct now in from Lin, not finding any targets. They try to remech on top of Vanguard. On top of Dragunov, they cannot. George Lopez finds Lin, however, and the turnaround in from Dirt, finally stabilizing this one out here. Battalion not able to counter push this any further. It looks like the ball trying to buy a little bit of time here. Can they force this into overtime? Oh, still trying. The Monkey's now on the point. Here comes the Doom Fist, but George Lopez on the high ground. That amplification matrix means nothing, or means something in the hands of a fantastic support like that.
Really good cleanup from Dirt. They used their ultimates to take space, and Omicron just had Deadeye, like just off cooldown. You know, and we were talking about, you know, how much Pro Gamer was having a really good game, and Uzi is having a really good game. But you've watched, like, Dragunov isn't getting the big blizzards, but Dragnov's getting really big walls and just bullying Telm J. Can.
That's Telm J. Can to you, sir.
I can't say the name anymore because they're on Volcanic, and so I have to just like them now. For those that don't know, Volcanic is a team owned by QZY, so they're stinky.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, you're fair, you know. But just bullying Telm in that Rhine 1v1, you know, and just making it so he couldn't take space effectively, because I think they identified the fact that Telm and Lin's aggression has really helped out Battalion, and they did a really good job those last couple fights of just tempering that aggression with their own May gameplay.
Here we are again for Battalion, now sitting firmly in the driver's seat, just like they were on Busan. Dirt has a good opportunity here to get some points on the board, so we will see what Dirt can do as they are sitting here with 1 minute on the clock. Kind of a tough spot here for Dirt, but nonetheless, they have an opportunity. Let's see how they take it. Here we go. Again, Dragunov on the May, Omicron on the Cassidy. Both teams jockeying. Pro Gamer with just almost an inexcusable mistake there, getting caught out by Jack. That is the last thing you want if you're playing this defense. You can't give up an early kill like that.
Ooh, but Avit's get a nice pick. Oh no, never mind.
Yeah, it's over. It's over for Battalion here. They lost first point, and it's you can't. There's one fundamental thing, and you have to understand situations. In this situation, the last thing you could do is give up an early pick, and that's exactly what we saw. No, debates late there. Just critical errors here from Battalion. It's hurting them real bad.
Oh, Bates. Like, there's nothing to really say. Like, Roger gets caught out, and the Bates gets greedy trying to buy a little more time and dies for it.
Exactly. You pay the price in that situation. You hate to see it if you're Battalion. And Battalion right now having to play a little bit harder on defense. We see ultimates now coming up for Dirt. If this fight stabilizes out for Dirt here, yes, there's the amplification matrix, but there's Pro Gamer on the May. All your ults be damned. It's a massive Earth Shatter, but it just doesn't matter because there's nobody there to follow up with it. And Battalion, despite all the odds being against them there, just thunderously finishes that thanks to the Pro Gamer on the May.
Evades hits a nasty rollout, gets back, they take the fight, Tell him gets to walk up for free and just pins into Dad Pegger, and that's all she wrote. Like, and then Pro Gamers just able to get picks based off that with the amplification matrix, and you know, they just kind of like died, you know.
Just kind of like that. There we go. And right now, Battalion, you know, it's not. It's a little bit tougher than it could have been if they didn't have that early loss there on that point. But here we go again for Battalion. They have an opportunity here to go up 2-1. Going up 2-1 versus being down 1-2. There's a massive mental difference there.
Yeah, would agree.
Would agree. I mean, you better agree. Shoot. No?
Oh, SEAL Team Spuds versus Lotus is over. Spuds won.
Yep, Spuds win that one
3-0.
3-0. Spuds are a good team, and I GM them. Not to brag.
Okay. I think that might take away from their skill just a little bit. Like,
no.
Dang, Getty's giving me the evil eye now, y'all.
No, they can't see it, but trust me, the evil eye is there. You know, at least I don't run a team or run an org called Marsupial Esports. Potato is a hardy vegetable.
My laundry guy's here. Hold on.
The potato is a hardy vegetable that upholds nations. What has the marsupial done besides be a hilarious animal? Anyways, here we go. For Battalion right now on offense, they have a little bit of work to do, and Dirt right now is doing all the work as Dad Pegger finds 2 and now a 3rd, and that's just far too much there for Battalion to handle. Dirt gets a firm grasp here so far with 1 minute 12 seconds left. Not here. He got up again. Who lets him keep getting up? What the hell is going on? Here I go again on my own. That is a song for all the Zoomers here. Look, did he disconnect? I think he's back now.
I'm back. I'm alive.
A disconnect there, but and here we go. See if we can get some shots to connect for these guys. Tell him looking to put some damage in right now. He's sitting at 75% on that Earth Shatter. Pro Gamer, who we've seen so effective on that May throughout the night tonight, needs to come up big here for Battalion. Last fight territory for them now. Amplification Matrix in from George Lopez. We see Trippy pop the Amplification Matrix as well. The May wall blocks off all of Dirt as Battalion looks to stabilize, and Battalion finds Dad Pegger. A huge kill there as Night Uzi pops the Deadeye, finds Jack, takes them out of the mech. And if the kills are trading, it still could go in any direction, and it's going to go in Battalion's direction here as they finally get this cart moving. But we are in overtime now, and that is a tough spot, especially when you look over and you see an Earth Shatter, a Blizzard, a High Noon, a Deadeye. You see Jack coming up on that self-destruct. Then you yourself, you got a lot of ults coming up too. This is going to be a crazy last fight here, Navino.
Yeah, and Dragunov did a really smart thing by keeping the Blizzard, because I think he was tempted to eat it, but he did not. He resisted the oh wow. Wait.
What an Earth Shatter and a Blizzard! My God, but it just was so much there from Dirt, and that is so so much blue in the kill feed,
So confused.
and Dirt with a thunderous answer on the Battalion, and they take the critical map 3 to go up.
That's just
2
unlucky.
to 1.
That's just
tough.
unlucky.
That's
That's
tough.
just really unlucky, bro.
That's tough, man. That's brutal. That is
That's
a
brutal.
brutal situation. Great play overall for both teams. A very fun King's Row that was. Saw a lot of action, a lot of players stepping up there. Pro Gamer on the May looking great. Omicron on the Cassidy was fantastic as well. Both teams are showing up to play right now, and we got a treat of a match in front of us.
Yep. Also, Yeti, let me know if you hear vacuuming in my background.
Yeah, we do hear vacuuming in your background. But nonetheless, we do have some scores.
Oh yes. Let's read off some scores. You know,
We got
like the nerds we are.
exactly. So Steel Team Spuds, like we said, winning 3-0 against Lotus. We see Echo Fleet finally getting some life
it back.
going here. They're trying to bring back the reverse sweep. Now down 2-1 against Inferno Foxes. Miami Yikes finished the job, and the Jetpack Cats, they did the cat, and the Jetpack Cats are eliminated here from the tournament as Miami Yikes head to the lower bracket finals, awaiting the winner of Sky Guardians and Ragnarok Loki, where Sky Guardians is up 2-1 now over Loki. So that match also looking real fun for sure. And here we go now.
He also,
What else
Amnesia
do
took
we-
a map off God Hand.
Ooh,
He's just down
Amnesia.
2-1 now. Took a
Amnesia
map
with
off.
that is a big that is a big one there. Amnesia finally getting a little life here in this round. They needed it desperately. So right now it's anybody's games in a lot of these. There's some really close ones out there. Very curious to see how some of those finish. But we have a good match in front of us here. Dirt versus Battalion. They're showing up to play and giving us quite the show.
Yeah, it's been really close, and like really that last fight, the shatters hit at the same time, and the blizzard from Dragnov was just a little bit bigger, right? And then they were just able to capitalize because like the Dragnov blizzard basically hit 6, and Pro Gamer blizzard hit 5, and so the one person that's able to kill everyone while they're frozen, you know. So it's like that was just really unlucky, and then the shatters, and like it was just an insane last fight. I loved watching. Kind of shocking.
It was definitely shocking, no doubt about it. I agree. Dirt got done what needed to happen. We talked about 2-1 being a critical one for the mental. Knowing you only have to win one map feels a lot better than having to run it back twice. No, you can't drop another map here. And speaking of maps, we're going to Route 66.
I think actually though that Route 66 is a really good pick from Battalion, because especially with how they did verse them on the control map with the ball comps, I think that can really favor how Battalion's like. And I think Battalion's done like a really good job of just playing more aggressive, which, as anyone that's ever played Marsupial Team knows, that's how I like to play. But like the Dirt has done a really good ebb and flow. They've done a really good of like playing slow and playing win cons. I think almost better than I've watched what's their face? Words are hard.
Right.
Also, Excalibur now up 2-1 on Redacted, by the way.
Oh, that's okay. Excalibur running it back against Redacted. We see Sky Guardians lock it down in the Harmony tier. They take out Ragnarok Loki now, going to the victory 3-1 over Loki. That eliminates Ragnarok Loki, and Sky Guardians will take on Miami Yikes next week in that lower bracket final. So you have Palm Beach Poggers taking on Luminous, and Sky Guardians against Miami Yikes. Those are two really good matches. But here we go. We're on Route 66. Battalion versus Dirt. We see the ball and hog combo from Battalion. It worked beautifully for them on King of the Hill. And Dad Pegger and Jack coming out on the Orisa Diva with the Torbjorn and the Ash. That is a lot of poke.
I think they're really just trying to make it so the Pharah can't take free angles without getting at least poked a little bit.
Certainly harder for Afara to get value up against this competition. You see Omicron on the Ash there, throwing in the dynamite, not putting any targets ablaze. Telm does get caught out though. That's a brutal early start here for Battalion, losing their wrecking ball. They're really going to lose that backline presence now.
Well, I mean, like, that's what the Torb does. It makes it so it's very hard to set up without taking poke. So you're not going in with your cooldowns and everything.
And they paid the price there. We see the hook onto the Roadhog, not finishing them off. Helm already back in the fight. That wrecking ball just a little too fast. We see the card just continuing to progress there with no contest as Lin just stands there and just eats all the damage. Lin getting closer and closer to that whole hog. Dragnov, however, sitting on the Molten Core, very low, however, and taken down. Really an ineffective Molten Core there, not finding a whole lot of value as Helm looking for targets on that wrecking ball, but Lin doing the work needed to get done here on the Roadhog in a very strong statement from Battalion on point A.
Yeah, very good. Really, really good from Battalion. I think the biggest thing I've noticed is like that Battalion, like, it's just really good at these comps where like they can kind of just like play almost separate and kind of just like out tank the comps. Dadpegger and Jack didn't take any space. They kind of just let the ball and the hog and the Forest move around for free. Now we're gonna see a Faramir, but I really, really, really want to see Dadpegger and Jack take more space and challenge that Roadhog. Don't let the hog sit on point for free. Don't let anyone sit on point for free. Like, contest, you have Narissa.
We see the bongos now in, as well as the nano boost from Trippy as Pro Gamer doing work on that far. Oh, Pro Gamer! What a huge kill onto the Mercy there. Great direct hit from Pro Gamer. And just Pro Gamer is on a 5K right now, I believe. Misses the 6K just by a little. But, you know.
A little bit.
Helm.
Lin got a kill too.
What was that baby
tank,
diva? That's like half a kill.
Glory.
That's just a half a kill. That doesn't really matter. 5 minutes and 20 seconds though for Battalion.
The card has never stopped moving. They have not contested the card once.
You know, you're running the Orisa Diva. You'd think you would at least contest the card at some point here, but they just haven't really had any success. Pro Gamer and Night Uzi, along with Lin, it's been way too much. Despite Telm getting again dropped by this composition, it doesn't seem to matter because Telm just eats all their cooldowns and then the rest clean it up. As I say that, George Lopez pops off. Well, that's what I get, I guess. Oh, did we lose Navino again?
No, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's all good. I thought we lost you again.
No, we're good. We're good.
Here we go. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I really got nothing because nothing's really happened other than Dragunov trying to fight the ball.
Dragunov is still looking for the ball there, not finding anything right now. Omicron, here we go, puts in the Bob, sends him through the mines. Bob takes a lot of damage and is just dropped right away. Not the most impactful Bob, but good mine answer
but it
there.
Mines.
Yeah, I guess an ult for an ult, not so bad. Self-destruct in, speaking of ult for an ult for ult's sake there from Jack, not finding anything. Pro Gamer sitting on that barrage, looking for a way to get in there and find some damage. They're in deep right now. They're sitting with that nano boost. And here goes Night Uzi with the Deadeye and the barrage now from Pro Gamer. The barrage sending Pro Gamer back to spawn, but Lin with the whole hog punching their way through the dirt. And look at the time right now, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. A resounding, thunderous offense from Battalion.
On Escort.
My goodness.
On Escort, I really want to see the Orisa Diva just like anchor on point and take, like, and just keep them from getting point for free. Like, your Orisa can anchor point and live forever if you do it correctly. You just have to play that way. Otherwise, you're gonna see what happened here. They just never stop moving the cart and just are able to take angles, get picks because you are not taking any type of aggression. And your Orisa inherently will lose in a slow, yeah, they'll live, but everyone around the Orisa is just gonna die because you kill the Orisa last. So it's I just really, really want to see Dirt. Ready for battle. I know it sounds so simple, just touch card. Just touch card forehead, but I don't even know. It's just they just need to do something to prevent the free space taken by the hog and the ball. And they also need to put some pressure on Trippy because they have not put any pressure on Trippy at all.
No, they really haven't.
Trippy died.
I don't think Trippy died, but then again, I don't think much of Battalion died at all that last round. So
that's fair.
And here we go, nonetheless, Dirt sitting on that 2-1 lead, but Battalion with a dominant attack here on point A. And here we go. What does Dirt have to do differently here?
I think Dirt just has to, like, take space, punch the Hog on these off angles. Like, yes, if the Hog just stays by themselves, they're going to kill something eventually if you don't punish them. But it's like they're focusing on so many things other than trying that. Do that. Oh, Omicron! Omicron's roadkill.
Omicron.
I might say the hamster is supposed to be roadkill, but not this time.
Not this time. Taken down by Telm here. We see a good start to the defense here with the Widowmaker dropped so early. Dragnov, though, very effective on that echo. Really good work from Dragnov there. Good job at Dirt overall. Or sorry, good job at Battalion overall starting off this defense.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a good job of just, like, they're waiting for the engage and they're punishing the engage. You know, and now that like, I actually think Battalion might start falling victim to the same thing I was complaining about Dirt, where they just never touch Cart, and Cart just moves the entire time. No, except they do kill Orisa, so, like, that is a nice little consolation prize.
But again, the trades are going to continue to favor the offensive team here. You know, the offensive spawn advantage here is going to eventually pan out here well for Dirt. So here we go, and we're continuing on through the attack for Dirt now. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh, what a hook there! Not able to connect with a shot there. It looked like deep defensive matrix from Jack to buy some time. You see Pro Gamer sitting on that barrage. Barrage is in the tunnel. All right, Pro
He
Gamer.
really wanted that kill.
He really wanted
that
kill. I have to say. But that is the end of that for that barrage at least. And Dirt again trying to find an answer on offense.
Who does Dirt nano? The Echo? Like,
I
want them to run the Bap, if I'm being honest.
I would agree. I think the Baptiste is a better play here. I would agree with that. So no question about that. And we see the self-destruct in from Jack. Finds Trippy. But again, we just get these long trading fights. And it's not really doing much for Dirt. And they continue to struggle to finish the job. They get a couple early picks. But
Dragunov gets stuck.
Oh, it just kind of continues to fall apart here for Dirt.
This is what I mean, like, it just feels like Dirt don't know how to unseat them. Like, the bomb was good, but, like, the Hog just walks into them. Like, literally walks into them and it kills the baby demon before she removes. Like, if you aren't punishing that, if you aren't prepared for that, I don't really know what to tell you. Pole is such a, oh my gosh, Pro Gamer.
Pro Gamer, he's just feasting on Dirt right now.
It's almost as if he's a Pro Gamer.
No, please stop. Please.
I can never.
Do that was nice direct. But nice direct there from Pro Gamer. Jack takes down Telm. Again, these kills just continue to trade. We're not seeing any decisive wins though from Dirt, and that's what stopped. Here we go. That was 2 down for Battalion. Finally, are we going to see Dirt get enough push here to push through? What a hook from Jack. Wow.
Wow, and they do nano the Echo, and they kind of just clean up. It's like, I find it funny that they switch Hog and win a fight after being on D.Va for like 3 fights. But like the D.Va's not going to do anything. If they, like, I felt like I never watched Jack move, so like Jack just never did anything because like they're trying to poke his D.Va. You know, it was like I don't really know.
It's a tough spot right now. The Hog change is good, but here we go. 2 minutes and 35 seconds on point 2 for Battalion. Sorry, for Dirt. Pardon me. I don't know why I'm struggling so much with these teams right now. Pro Gamer double direct onto Dragunov, take it out of the sky with the sleep. The nano boost now in, and we see Pro Gamer setting up here for another tunnel barrage. Are we gonna see it again? Nope. He's going in. He's going after Pusey. Cannot take him down. Just fantastic far play again for Pro Gamer.
Some might say that Pro was able to dig himself out of that hole. It's a joke because it was a tunnel, you know.
And it was dirt, and you could argue Dirt there too. You could make a Dirt joke there.
Oh,
here we go. But unfortunately, Pro Gamer with the classic Pro Gamer barrage does not find anything on that one. Pro Gamer does find Jack, however, on after being woken up from that sleep. A great flashbang there onto Pusey. Night Uzi finishes the job as Battalion sets themselves up beautifully here. Just again, a very effective defense so far.
Night Uzi, I want you to know that we all saw you whiff that. We all saw it, and it's okay. All right? I just want you to know we saw it. But that's all I really got to say on that one.
Fair enough, fair enough. Here we go now. Battalion, or Dirt rounding the corner here. The bongos are put down to the ground as the whole hog is put in as well. We see it's high noon as the Deadeye comes in from Night Uzi. Night Uzi connects with Jack. Battalion again, that's very effective defense. Omicron is sent back as well. And Dirt just has no answer right now for Battalion.
I don't understand what kind of mirror matchup this is where we're watching Farah Cree, Arissa Hog with Honor Mercy. What reality am I in where this is a mirror matchup? Apparently this one.
Apparently this one. And honestly, the mirror matchup just is just really not working out right now for Dirt. And you gotta wonder if they're gonna get off this and just try to play something a little bit more to what's been strong for them so far. And here we go. The bongos put in, and Pro Gamer just wow. Pro Gamer with a huge barrage. There's 10 seconds left, and I don't even know if anybody from Dirt will even be able to touch the point at this time.
That last fight is a perfect example of what I've been talking about with Dirt not taking the first fight, like playing proactively. Because Dirt had Nano, had Barrage, and didn't use it. Because you watch Battalion just like it. You watch them into them with their own Barrage, their own Nano, and just take it to them. And did that really well. And so, like, the more aggressive, like, proactive team won here, you know? Which is just funny to me. Because, like, they think of these comps as, like, well, proactive or, you know, aggressive. But they can be if you play them correctly. And how Talon played the Orisa, like, we didn't really talk about the Orisa switch, but Talon switched to Orisa second point and did exactly what I've been talking about. He takes card. He makes it so, like, they can't just get free card push for free and take that space. He anchors the entire composition and just kind of existed. And that's all you had to do.
Definitely. That's all you had to do.
That's what I would want to do to Dirt to do. Please, Dirt.
Oh, here we go. Map 5 is on the horizon right now. The map will be chosen by Dirt. Just like the first map, they chose Busan the first time around. The Dirt has control over what map is picked. Battalion has tied the score 2-2. We get the map 5 we were all hoping for.
Yes, they don't pick Lijiang, they're throwing. They need to pick Lijiang based on how Kings Row win.
We do have some other score updates here, it looks like, as yes, Excalibur just finished the job against Redacted. That's going to be a 3-1 win for Excalibur in the lower bracket. They are setting themselves up here for potentially a match against either the Inferno Foxes or Echo Fleet. And right now, that match is still 2-1 as far as I can tell here. Also in the Transcendence tier, Corvidity takes out Atlas Arcadia 3-0, and Godhand takes out Amnesia 3-1. So those matches are done. And Corvidity will move on to the next round, where they will take on the winner of this match in the lower bracket final. Here we are now for Transcendence tier action again. We got 2-2 sitting here between Dirt and Battalion. You know, we're going to Ilios, Navino. I know you love Ilios for finishing off a playoff match. You got to.
Do I? Wait, do I?
I mean, you won last season on Ilios.
Oh yeah, I guess I did.
How could you forget?
I did. Bro,
you win so many tournaments like Navino _ Overwatch here, you know.
Hey, go look at Marsupial Hall of Fame and you'll see how many tournaments we win, you know. But no, I remember the flashbacks game where we brought it back into Ilios more than I do the firefight game, if I'm being honest. Firefight game was kind of a roll. No offense to Potato and them.
Here, really quick, sorry, just wanted to say, Echo Fleet has tied it up against Inferno Foxes. The run back is on right now for Inferno Foxes versus Echo Fleet. So that map is going to, or that match, pardon me, is going to a map 5 as we speak. So That one is
Wow.
going to be a bit of a barn burner here. The winner of that, of course, setting up for next round against Excalibur in the lower bracket finals. Here we go now for both teams, Dirt and Battalion. Last gasp, last opportunity, and it could be the last map for whoever, or it will be the last map for whoever loses this one here today. The Far Mercy duel is on between Pro Gamer and Dragnav. And the question is going to come down to which one does more. And the way Pro Gamer's been playing, matching the Pharah, is that the best strategy to go with here?
I really am excited, though. I don't think it is, but, you know, I think Dirt's committing. But I'm really excited to see Lynn go fishing.
Just missed the double direct there. We are at the well, and I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing how well Lynn is able to reel in the big one here. And but we do see that Pro Gamer finds the first environmental as is exactly as you'd expect on this map, I think. Lynn looking for a target to hook here, pops the breather, trying to see if they can get a target into the well here. But Dirt just respecting it way too much. Look how far back they're playing. They do not even want to get close here. North using the Deadeye for the reload. That is a ballsy move from North here to get that reload out quickly. And we see Battalion getting a little point progression here, but being answered now as Dadpegger puts Lynn into the hole in a reversal of fortunes. North getting a ton of work done on this Cassidy, getting that ultimate really early, and the point goes into Dirt's favor.
I really think Dirt is now playing the anchor more. They're playing Dadpegger in the cage and just playing to sustain and to live. While I feel like Battalion is playing much slower than they were before. And I think Lynn is trying too hard to get an environmental kill right now. Trying a little too hard.
Lynn is trying real hard for that environmental here. And we see what is going to happen now with Pro Gamer and finding 2 kills there. Telm taking out North as well. Losing a couple bodies over there with a resurrection onto George Lopez from Pusey. But Battalion they took the point, and that's tough right now for Dirt as they are behind in this fight. It's going to be a long stagger for them.
Yeah, giving that point flip when you're running your Aristocomp is really like, you know, it's really
Gamer. Wow.
It's really just like, I wouldn't say inexcusable, but just like, if you fail the whole point with the Orisa, it's like, what are you gonna? Oh, what? Wait.
Wow, was that a long distance double direct from Dragnov? Oh my God! Where's the production on that one? Booth, what are you doing? Sleeping on the job?
I mean, I wouldn't have expected that, bro. What do you mean?
Booth, put down the nachos, buddy. Let's go. Dragnov finds himself a second kill as well. Pusey picks North up off the ground, and we see now North taken down by Trippy's Bionic Grenade. The kills are just trading right now, and the trades are going to continue to work into Battalion's favor. Pro Gamer finds Pusey despite that early kill onto the Mercy. Just not enough for Dirt to really be able to push in, and you got to wonder, where was the aggression when they needed it there?
I think in many ways that it's so much harder to play a retake Pharah than a hold Pharah, especially with this Orisa comp. With the Orisa, it's really hard to retake in general. Because she doesn't have like yeah, you can get picks and stuff, but you're just taking up the entire time. You have it in. You always have it in.
You always have it in, and there we go. Dadpegger finding Lynn some positive progression right now for Dirt. But Night Uzi takes Pusey out of the sky there. Oh, and what a barrage Pro Gamer brings all of Dirt very low. Pro Gamer, though, does find himself planted firmly in the dirt there as Telm rolls through on the Wrecking Ball, looking to continue to stall this point to 99, and they do. We see Lynn finishing the job on a North. It looks like Dirt might take this one for a minute there, but Battalion has turned this around beautifully.
Oh, no, Battalion's gonna, I think, gonna take it because they only have Baby Diva and a Pharah right now.
Oh, but a big res, though, from Pusey, but nonetheless, they paid the price there as Lynn sends Dadpegger to the well, and Ilios well is gonna go to Battalion, now 1 point away from advancing in the playoffs.
I wanted you to pick Lee Shang. Just beat them in the Rhine mirror. Just beat them in the Rhine mirror. But no.
Nope, we're going to do this their way, and this is the way it's going to happen. Here we go now. Shockwave is in I'm sorry, pardon me, not Shockwave. I just saw an update on that match. That match is still ongoing, by the way. That's their only other ongoing match besides Inferno Foxes and Echo Fleet. Again, NYAA up on Shockwave 2-1 over there. So we'll be watching that one as well. We might head over there for their map 5 if it goes to it. But we'll see how this goes down here. Hey, that could be fun. Another map 5. Map 5s are good times. Here we go. Battalion now sitting in control here on Ilios. We go to the ruins. And it's another map where this Far Mercy can be so effective.
Yeah, they're just doing the same thing, and I like the brawl pick, but I'm interested to see how they do. Where they're playing a comp that has to just play fast the entire time, and I think Dirt has struggled with just playing fast.
I agree with that, but they're not struggling right now. They just run over Lin with just absolutely ruthless aggression. Do they get that res off? Mike, how did they get that res on the Lin?
Dragunov had the Wraith because of the direct, and then they couldn't contest it. And they're going to get first point, too, because...
First point. Dirt is just paying the price here at Pro Gamer with the ultimate. It's just, oh, what a turn of events here. But now Dirt is turning it back around. Dirt has too much point presence, and here comes Battalion back on the point. It's the fight that'll never end, Davino.
I mean, I don't know. It's going to end at some point because Dead Pegger is very low. Someone please kill George Lopez, please. Oh, no, they all got back.
Nope, they're all back. The reinforcements are there. And Pusey looking for the boop out of the Wrecking Ball, does not find it, but Pro Gamer finds Dragunov. As you see, Dad Pegger looking to advance this brawl forward. But Pro Gamer on the Pharah, just far too much right now for this brawl comp to handle. And Battalion sets themselves up here to retake 28% for Dirt and 15% in counting now for Battalion.
If you were going to this strategy, I really don't understand why you just wouldn't run 6-man at this point. You know, run like the Winston, Eva, the Sombra, like, just play something where you could punish their squishies. Their brawl comp, yeah, like the brawl comp is just really gonna get picked apart. I say that as no, oh, Lin.
That is, you hate to see that right there. Lin finds Dragunov and Battalion sitting at 40% and counting, but a turnaround here now for Dirt. They find a couple big kills, including Trippy.
But Battalion flipped it. Wait, no, they've had point. I'm done.
No, they've had point this whole time. But Trippy and Evades both went down. Can Dirt push in quickly? They are trying to push in. They did not have Dad Pegger out there, so they will lose some of that frontline presence. We see Telm spinning around on the point, just trying to keep that spinning in their direction for as long as possible. They're at 57%, but Dirt now has a little bit of positive momentum finally.
Telm, I don't know about that ball tech there, but I don't know how I felt about that one, but I really like this hold in the little room because they can kind of just like run out of it. They have to get, the teams have to get really close to poke them, and it just allows them to have that advantage.
You see the nano boost put in now, but it's just completely negated. But Pro Gamer comes in again with that huge barrage. Pro Gamer's Pharah has been just dominant throughout, and most of Dirt is now in the Dirt. And I mean, I don't know how many times I can make that fun today, but it just seems to be working every time. What can I say? Battalion is putting Dirt on the ropes here. We're at 68% and counting right now, but the stagger is on for Dirt here. And it's, you know, it's not a bad stagger. You get it to 71%.
You know, Dirt really likes the taste of the ground.
They like Dirt.
Almost as much as NPC likes Dirt. Or is it Thug? I don't remember which one's the Dirt.
Everybody, we all like Dirt. That's really what it boils down to. We all like Dirt. Pro Gamer on the Pharah looking for those directs yet again. Telm's just punching through the back line of Dirt. The sound barrier is invested by Pusey. We see multiple ultimates now coming in from Dirt as a last gasp effort to take this point and keep their season alive. But Night Uzi connects with the Deadeye onto Pusey, losing the healer. But North is backpacking Dirt right now, puts 2 into the ground, and they're going to flip the point here with 75% and counting.
Some might say North's backpack is almost as big as Smug's. No, but let's see if Dirt can bring it back. Smug's actually brought games back. We'll see if North can match the backpack size.
Right, the backpack has to be huge right now for North. We see no ultimates right now for Dirt, and Battalion is sitting on, and we have a pause.
Rest in pepperonis.
We're gonna bring it back to the cams, and guys, we have a tough spot here. It looks like we have a pause now for Battalion as they're trying to work through something over there. Watching these matches going on the side, no updates beyond what we've already said in NYA and Shockwave. NYAA up 2-1. They're on Route 66, and it looks like as it sits right now, they are in a tough attack right now as Shockwave is holding off. So that looks like a potential map 5 in waiting between these two teams. And if you're looking at the other score right now, Inferno Foxes versus Echo Fleet, I do believe that one is also still ongoing from what I'm seeing here. I don't know if you're seeing anything different on your end here, but it looks like
I'm looking at the streams right now.
yeah, it looks like that one's still ongoing as well. Trying to get you updates on everything as we can, guys. We'll continue to stay on these as much as possible.
Inferno is up 1-0 on Ilios.
That one.
With first cap going to Inferno.
All right, so Inferno sitting really nicely here on Ilios, trying to fight off the reverse sweep. Guys, it's been a fantastic day of matchups.
Actually, no, I lied. Sorry. Echo Fleet's up 1-0 on Ilios.
Echo Fleet's up 1-0 on Ilios. Okay. No, it's all good. It's all good. We're getting through it, no problem. You know, it's just it's a little scuffed, but what's a little scuff? Fine. It's no big deal.
Not really new.
Not really mad about it, you know. So, but it looks like the teams are finally getting back to it here. Looks like everybody is ready to go, and we are back up and running here in this match. But both teams are really on the last fight here, no question. Brogamer immediately with the barrage, completely negated by Jack, however. But Progamer after the barrage finds George Lopez and North. We see Lynn now on the point with that whole hog, punching away at Dirt. They are taken out.
Bates gets the res off.
That's a crazy res from Evates, but we've seen that throughout the night. Just Evates get these clutch key reses, and Battalion is in control. Dirt is on the ropes, and Battalion flips the point. 5% left to go. I don't even know.
North should be able to touch. North should. Isn't North? Wait.
North cannot get there, and that's it. Battalion pulls off the upset victory over Dirt and books their place in the lower bracket finals. What a big match for for Battalion coming up against Dirt here, a team that a lot of people has to look at as the favorite and just not being able to answer.
Yeah, as soon as it goes to Ilios, I knew it was going to be rough because they just look so much better in these pokey dive comps, and no one played Winston tonight at all, which really shocked me because you think after you lose to a ball comp, well, your first instinct is just go 6-man or just something with a Winston, get on top of those squishies, but nope,
not this time. We're going to see if we can get into maybe one of the other matchups here. Again, watching that NYAA and Shockwave matchup real close right now. They are on, it looks like still on map 4, and we will see if that one does continue on, but we will keep an eye on that here. Echo Fleet versus Inferno Foxes, we are watching closely as well, seeing who is going to come out on top there. But you got to say this match here, Battalion taking down Dirt. What a crazy way. What a crazy way for that one to end.
Yeah, just really good play from Battalion. They didn't panic. They just played really well, to be honest. And it was really a pleasure to watch.
It was a great play from both teams so far, no question about it.
And Dirt had really great ebb and flow just in general, just with their brawl, and just whenever they had to get a chance to play what they were comfortable on, they just looked really well practiced. I think that says a lot about both teams.
It says a lot about teams. I agree. Both teams played outstanding tonight. It really was a great show. It really was a fantastic show. But Battalion pulls off the upset. This is a very different Battalion than what we saw in the feature match, what we saw in stage 1, where the only match they won was by forfeit, I believe. We're seeing a very, very different Battalion, and they've come out and they look fantastic. And now they have an opportunity going into next week. You know, they'll be taking on Corvidity. You got to figure that's a winnable match here for Battalion. If they can beat Dirt, you got to figure they have a good shot against Corvidity.
Yeah, and Corvidity, what's really funny is both teams run Hog, so it'll be really interesting to see that matchup because Corvidity runs the Hog Diva while you watch the Ball Hog from Battalion. They're very different play styles, but it'll be really interesting to see how those two collide You know, because in the Hog Diva, your Hog's more in the main tank role. In the Ball Hog, it's more of an off tank. You know. Also, Echo Fleet and Trail Fox is 1-1 on Ilios, going to Lighthouse for the last point.
Yep, and they're on Ilios as we speak right now. Trying to watch 2 streams at once while also broadcasting a camera is really tough. Not gonna lie. The PC be chugging along in an ugly way, but we're making do right now, guys. I think right now we're gonna go take a quick break while we sort out if we're gonna be able to feature another match here, and we will come back in just a couple of moments. And if we are able to feature another match, we'll be back with that match. Otherwise, we'll send you off. So we'll be back in just a couple of moments. Stay tuned.
conversation. I already know what you're saying. I love little conversations. And I don't want you to go changing. Cause girl, you're just so comfortable. Girl, you're just so comfortable. Girl, you're just so comfortable. I hope that you just
And chat, we do have a final score now. Davino, what is the final score you're going to relay over to us?
Okay, so in front of Fox Echo Fleet completes the reverse sweep and wins 3-2, which is just wild. So many, like, that game was just so unexpected, in my opinion. Like, even though when Echo Fleet lost to Dom, I did not think Infernal Fox really stood a chance, and they really brought their game and should not be ashamed of that loss.
No, that is a close loss. I think it's a fantastic team. Infernal Fox has really brought it to them. Kudos to Echo Fleet. Completing a reverse sweep takes a big mental takes that big mental strength in order to come back. So great work there from Echo Fleet to pull that off. They face Excalibur next week, but we're not done. Did you guys think we were done? Because we're not done.
No, sir.
We got a map 5, NYAA 2-2 against Shockwave in Transcendence tier, with the winner having a date with Godhand in the lower bracket finals. Maybe not a date that you want to go to, but it's a date you really need to be there for. Both teams
You need to see it to believe it.
2-2 right now. Shockwave, the 6th seed, NYA, the 4th seed. We're going to Elios, Navino. Let's have some fun with some bonus Overwatch tonight.
Yes, sir. I'm ready to. I'm ready. My body is ready.
Calling
As some might
six
say.
calling 6 maps tonight after calling maps last night. I am making it thanks to 1 gallon of water, but we're making our way through it. But we're on our way to Elios now, guys. Grab your drinks. Here we go, because we're not done tonight, and we got a map 5 for you. One of these teams going home.
Why is it Ilios again? Why did everyone pick Ilios?
It's pretty. It's a pretty map. Pretty
I
map.
hate Ilios.
You gotta wonder, what did they play in first map? Because like normal teams hate Busan because Busan is terrible.
I like Busan.
Well, then you're terrible.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad
My
we
gold
agree on
medal's
that.
so big. Wait, Kansas is on flex support? Wait. Is that how it's been the entire series? Is Tiffany drowsy or what? I'm so confused.
Don't worry about it. Just roll with it. That's all that matters. Here we go.
All right.
Battalion. I'm sorry, not Battalion. It's NYAA versus Shockwave. We
Yeah.
got NYAA in blue, Shockwave in red. And here we go on Elios. We just got done with the ruins. Let's head back again. The 6-man coming out from NYAA. And, of course, why not? The 6-man coming out from Shockwave. A little bit more traditional coming out from these guys after the last match of Chaos.
A ball hog enthusiast. But yes, we are watching a classic 6-man matchup, which I'm excited to see.
I feel like we're watching, it's like we're not watching an Atlanta Reign match anymore. So that's what it feels like right now. We see Nighthawk on the Sombra, getting Garrett out of the mech there, and that's going to set up NYAA beautifully here for the first point take as they continue to pressure through the back line, what's left, the back line of Shockwave. NYAA with the first point take.
Yes, sir. I really think that Nighthawk did a really good job of just focusing the D.Va and getting him hacked. And once you get that D.Va hack, Lasley can just walk for free. And that's really what's going to determine these fights. Now they have Cole first because they won the first fight. So they should just take, yep, there we go.
There we go. Coalescence in for NYAA. Great aggression. You talked about this in our last feature. This is the kind of stuff you want to see from a team, especially when you're running something like a 6-man or a brawl. Just dominant, ruthless aggression, and NYAA is bringing it to the table right here.
Yep, and they luckily don't lose anyone. They can keep holding forward and just stuff this choke, and they have EMP. Now the real danger with 6-man is like how much you can cycle ults after you get that Cole off, especially if you don't have to use a ton out for that.
And right now, we do see EMPs for both teams. 2 EMPs first is the question. Nighthawk gets the EMP out, only finds a few, but it's just enough. As Lazuli spins to win on the Reaper, the Death Blossom finds Matthew and also takes out Nyx as well. That's a big play there for Lasley, setting up NYAA to continue to point cap here. They haven't even touched the point really.
Yeah, because they've played so well in choke, they've been cycling ultimates, and because of that, you're gonna see, you know, Shockwave walking with 5 ults this fight. So I think it's pretty reasonable to see like a 99-0 retake right here, and then like all NYAA has to do is just build 6 ults. Oh wow, we're in that.
Big EMP, 4-person EMP, but it's an equally big sound barrier, negating a lot of the aggression they could have had there. You see the Death Blossom now from Nyx, not finding any targets there, but softening up NYAA enough here, and NYAA is finally going to be knocked back here, it looks like, by Shockwave, but they did get it to 99% here as the overtime timer starts ticking. But Shockwave finally got a little bit of positive momentum.
As I said, I wasn't going to be surprised to see 99-0, and what's really key is actually Karma gets a really nice bubble, and lastly doesn't get beat, and then it gets picked, and then it kind of snowballs from there.
It does kind of snowball from there right now. Here we go. The continued aggression now from NYAA. The Diva Bomb comes in, does not connect, but Garrett finds Lasley with the remech kill. That just hurts. That hurts the morale a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, as someone that's gotten a lot of remech kills, you know, it does hurt.
But I'm saying EMP is big from Nighthawk here, and that is going to set up NYAA. Nighthawk is doing a lot of work right now on this Reaper, but Nyx is helping turn it around right now, and Karma on the Winston pushing through NYAA here, and Shockwave will continue to hold.
I really thought it was over with the EMP.
I did too.
But because Matthew got hit by the EMP, which is why you hear me just say Matthew's name.
Right.
But they're able to sustain it, and then like the Karma comes back in and is able to just clean up this fight. That was just a really sloppy fight from NYAA. So like, and now you're gonna start having ult rotations from Shockwave.
Shockwave, Osito Panda now trying to find a good target to hack out there.
That was really good.
That was a great Death Blossom though from Nyx. They're gonna demech Tiffany there as well. So NYAA is in a bit of a tough spot here, as Shockwave now basically doing exactly what NYAA was doing earlier.
I don't know why you primal there, to be honest.
No, the primal felt unnecessary. But I mean,
Just
a lot of
bit.
yeah, you know, it is what it is. But they have EMP.
Gonna have EMP first.
They have EMP for coming up for this fight. If they EMP aggressively, it's just over. Because Nighthawk is not ready for this, and they don't have a sound barrier to counter it. So if we see a quick EMP here from Nightwave, we do, but they only connect with 2, and the sound barrier is in from Tetra. Fantastic play there from Tetra to help hold up there for NYAA. Tetra, the main support Polestar, by the way. Lasley _Overwatch connects for NYAA, and it looks like this point is going to go in their favor. Desperation Diva Bomb does not find anything, and that is going to be it as NYAA takes first point here on Helios. Try saying NYAA like 10 times in 30 seconds. I dare you.
No, I'm good, bro. That's why you do play by play. I just watch and, you know, say something relatively intelligent sometimes.
Sometimes.
What I felt like Osito kind of forced the EMP, and like because if he hits Lasley, like he hit Lasley, right, and if they kill him, it's fine. But they don't, because Tetra has a nice time beat, and then you're able to, and then Lasley blossoms after he's unhacked and gets 2, and the fight's done from there. What they needed to do, if I was them personally, I would play point, bait them into the open, and then EMP them. EMP them in that small space doesn't really help you very much because of the, they probably have beat at that point.
Yeah, and map geometry doesn't really help the situation there as they went for that EMP. Yeah. Not an ideal position there for Osito Panda, but hey, we've seen teams come back from this kind of deficit before. It's not the end of the world for Shockwave. Just not their map. Now you bounce back, see what you can do here. That was good anti, I agree, but no follow up there for Shockwave.
I really like this comp action from Shockwave to play against the aggression. They're trying to play it more slow. Oh, but Nyx does get picked.
And we see the first take there go to NYAA. Fantastic job there from NYAA. They did a really good job of pushing that high ground and just keeping Shockwave from really being able to answer.
Oh, Tetra really low. They nearly finished that kill. Nice.
Good kill from Shockwave. Now they'll be able to push in, losing that Lucio there. Great job from great job from Shockwave. Oh,
Karma?
no. Karma, oh no. Just maybe a little too reckless, but you know, Garrett sends Canlises to join Karma and have a party in the ocean, I guess, or something. But that'll be it here for Shockwave as they finish off this point. But about 30, looking at about 38, 39. Oh, we're still stalling here somehow.
40%, respectable. Like the biggest thing is like every time they try to engage, Asita and Matthew are using stuns to temper the aggression. That's how they got a pick that was able to turn that fight, because they kill Tetra early because he tries to join in the fight because they're holding at high ground. And they can keep doing this if they play slow. But if they give up point flip, it's going to be really hard to take it back before 99.
And here we go now for Shockwave, finally ticking up some progression on that point here. The nano boost into Karma. They don't really find a whole lot there as Tiffany finishes off Osito Panda. The self-destruct in from Garrett, not connecting with anything as Tetra finishes off Matthew as well. Nyx trying to look around for a target there. Health pack being hacked out underneath them. The push now, the counter push now from NYAA. They have 3 on the point. Point still has not flipped yet, and now it has. NYAA with a big take here, counting up now from 45%.
Much better.
And they have EMP Blossom, so I think NYAA probably gets 2 fights here if they're smart about it. But like just how slow their comp wants to play, I think it'll be hard to come back into this point and take it before 99.
Right. Here we go now. Next shot for Shockwave here, trying to come in and see what they can do here. Shockwave now with Shockwave tons EMP'd there as Lazuli, big Death Blossom as well. Great work there from Lazuli and Nighthawk, finishing off Shockwave. They are 1 fight now from moving through the loser bracket.
Yeah, but they still have a lot of ults. Like it's kind of the same thing as last time, but I think their comp is now more built to hold, in my opinion. But we'll see how this happens, because what really needs to happen is they have to get a stun on someone. They have to stun someone. And the rally is actually really good for Matthew, but the Blossom was just bigger. Oh, Matthew.
All right, Lazuli with a huge kill on the Matthew. Great work there, Lazuli, setting this one up. NYA now firmly in control. Lazuli, another kill. Lazuli underscore Overwatch trying to punch the ticket for NYAA, but Karma punches Lazuli into the ocean. Tetra takes Nyx off, but Karma finds his way in there again. Karma, we're not doing a swimming contest here. What are you doing? This isn't synchronized swimming, this is Overwatch. Tiffany with the self-destruct to clear off the point, and NYAA finishes the job on Shockwave.
Really good, just clean play from NYAA. They didn't get, after the fight they lost, they didn't really get caught out, and they just rotated ults really, really well. Just played better.
They just played better on this map. It was great work there. The DPS, honestly, Nighthawk and Lazuli made a huge difference there. Both played absolutely outstanding. And, you know, from an NYAA team, you would expect a big DPS moment there. 3-2 for NYAA taking this one. They booked a date with Godhand in next week's lower bracket finals. But that's going to be it for tonight, and a fantastic Wednesday it was. We bring you tomorrow a huge feature match in the Discord tier that is Mark III taking on Mechanize. The winner gets to go to the losers bracket finals, where they get to beat up with a couple of Spuds and the SEAL Team Spuds. So here we go. For Navino and Booth on production, I'm Mr. Yeti. We thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Make sure to tune in tomorrow to catch that feature, and we'll see you again real soon.